Hello, I'm finally back.
Okay, right, and sorry about the delayed start, guys, to the stream again. But you're currently watching round 7 in Spain of the Division 3 Championship in the Full Force Racing League. Today, you're here, John, with me, myself again. I'm also here with Joey and Madge, and for the race, we could potentially have a massive upgrade to all of your guys that are viewing and hopefully boost your pleasure. So we'll see how that goes, but no promises yet. As we get our first lap of the day in by Doom Vista there with a 1:17, and he's on current pole, with Splats following him behind him. And now Pick, oh, that's a very good lap there from Pick to get into just on the verge of the 1:17s. So you have the Mercedes fan vortex coming to the line. Now we know that he is quick, and he puts it P4.
So, welcome guys, sorry I'm late. So Martin, how it looks for today's qualifying?
Oh, fuck. Oh, the broadcaster's gone off. Oh no.
So much for your info. It's not mine. It's just like Dylan and me.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on, is streaming or not?
Yeah, stream's on now. I'm doing the qualifying, and then Joey's gonna do the actual race as long as we can get it to work.
Joey, are you gonna stream from your laptop?
Yeah, I will. It should be possible.
The stream keeps on coming on and off for me. I don't know what's going on.
10 frames per second, pretty much.
10 fucking hell. Right, we got 5 viewers in the chat. So I don't know how to fix this because
we actually not. If the stream is streamed from Joey's laptop, we cannot do anything because it's the hardware and
okay, I've got the stream on now, like for my phone, like, so like a completely different device, and for me it's fine, but I don't know. Guys in the comments who are here, can you just let me know whether the stream's good or not, because we're having massive difficulties at the moment.
Yeah, I will take a look at it. Yeah, we are just trying some new things, so we are still trying to fix them.
Okay, Pick, who's currently on pole, has said that it's all good, so yeah, I'm about to say, sorry about this messy start to the qualifying session. We're just trying to get it all up for you guys. We're having a few difficulties behind the scenes that we're trying to fix at the moment, but yeah, we'll just try our best to comment on the race and see what's going on at the moment.
Yeah, for now it looks good, even the audio is fine, so no problems there. So
we have our current 2 championship leaders at the moment with Splats and Joe, who are quite far down. Oh, but Splats has, Joe's just put in a nice lap there and got a 1:18.2, and that's just behind his teammate Splats. But what tyres are people currently on? Lee Craig has opted for the medium tyre. Very interesting there. And he's also got a very good time. But Pick is currently way, way, way ahead. And oh, Ferrari's just gone off there! AF Martin's just had a big shunt into the wall there. Up a tricky uphill section. Just about managed to catch that. Oh. Very unlucky there for the man in the Ferrari. We're going to currently ride on board with Joe. I believe he's coming into the pits for this lap. But Doom Vista is yet to improve on his time that he's set to get provisional pole. Let's see what he can do around here now.
Joe is starting his flying lap, or
No,
actually he just finished it and he didn't improve.
I know Doom Vista is currently up by very slight. I think it's 100th of a second, only just. However, let's see how he comes now around the line. Will he improve on his time? He did, but only slightly. There was not a fat lot in there.
Yeah, like he improved for more than 3/10, so it's not even that little of the time, but still, just just put it insane time for Division 3, and we will see if anybody can even beat him.
So we have Fan Vortex now, who he has proved to be very, very quick in past races. So will he be able to get in a better time around here? I mean, we'd hope so. Currently 2.5 seconds off the pace, so you'd expect him to have like a little bit of a slip up in his original lap time. But he's currently keeping it very clean.
In the first sector he was already 10th up, nearly a 10th up.
So he must have lost it later on in the lap all that time. So coming in for his part, maybe put on the brakes a little bit too hard there, coming around the fast right-hander. But now he's 1.5 seconds up on his time, so he needs an extra second in this third sector now in order to possibly match that time of Pick that we've seen at the original time. But Pick has retired, and it was a spin in the second sector up the tight left-hander there in turns 8 and 9. But now we have Fan Vortex. Oh, and he's lost it as well! What is going on in Div 3 at the moment? We have multiple people going and spinning around. We have Pick, who's just retired, and he was our current pole sitter. Fan Vortex now on the line has yet again scuffed another lap. And then we had AF Martin in the wall earlier on.
Yeah, this track is really not easy to drive. You saw Pick's. He DNF'd in the, I think, first chicane, which is really slippery, going uphill, so I pretty much expect some people to DNF there. And then also the tricky part, after the finish of the second sector, going into the third, you go uphill again, and you need to mount the curb to be fast around there, but like if you mount it in the wrong angle, you spin, which happened to Ferrari, right? A bit earlier.
I believe we have Sky Ripper there, who's just put it in P3, which is very respectable lap there from him.
Vortex probably coming to the pits, or he's just recharging RS for final lap. We will see. He's in his third sector. Moza is doing his outlap, and Casper just started his flying lap, so I'm gonna stick with him.
Keeps it nice and tidy around there.
Sticking nicely to the right side of that long right corner, and he's half a 10th up.
Maybe not running as wide as he possibly could there.
He missed a little bit of apex, but not a big mistake, and now the tricky part is here.
Yeah, this is where a lot of drivers have lost it, and where also our provisional pole sitter has lost it around there, but Casper keeps it nice, clean and tidy. Coming up now on the DRS straight. Now this is the braking zone that you really want to get right, and he's quite far away from the apex there, so that's going to cost him a little bit of time.
Yeah, he actually is half attempt up, so down, sorry. So it doesn't look like he's improving, and Moza actually backed out of his flying lap too.
As we have the other Ferrari of AF Martins just put it on P3 there.
That's really
But where will
time.
Casper go? He does not improve on his time. Very unfortunate there. The question that we have though, Will Moss, is he about to go for another lap after invalidating one? No, he's going to put it into the pits.
But if the drivers go into the pits now, I don't think they can squeeze another time.
Yeah, a lot of people are going in. So people are just starting to go out now. Vito is out on track. Lee Craig also coming out. Let's have a look at the tyres that they've set these on. Currently,
yeah, and Joe, sorry to interrupt you, but Joe actually going on the mediums for his flying lap, last lap, so...
So his time of the 118, I know he definitely can go quicker than that around here, so you'd like to think if he can go quicker than that on the medium tyre, he's in a very good position to possibly push for those podium points that Haas desperately want to and keep on increasing their lead on that Drivers' and Constructors' Championship, with both of them currently being at the top.
Yeah, actually, I kinda see what is their strategy actually. Splats has put it his first time on mediums and doesn't look like he wants to improve that lap time, so maybe both of them are aiming to qualify on mediums or to start outside the top 10, so they get a strategic pole position.
So let's see what I can do now. Joe starting his first lap, well, his main lap on these medium tyres, coming down slightly, misses the apex, runs it wide there, very nicely done, cuts in very early, keeping it in 5th gear for a long time there. Coming up now, cuts in really on that grass there, that's going to cost him surely, and he's lost it there slightly. Will he back out of this lap? I believe he has done there, he's easing off. Yeah, it's unfortunate there for Joe. We know he has a lot more, but Lee Craig is now on a fast lap as well, fastest time on the medium tyre, and he's actually gone slower on the soft tyres in the first sector. Very interesting. Surely he'll improve in the next 2 sectors here, because those soft tyres will have so much more grip and it just allows the car to glide through the corner so much quicker. So he does not put his foot down as much as he possibly could there.
F. Martins, he's aborted his flying lap and going back to the pits.
I believe Lee Craig is not going to improve on his lap time. So maybe this was the strategy as well.
Maybe, yeah, because like starting in top
coming
10
across the
on
line. Oh, and he does improve actually. Sorry, he improves by almost a full second there to put himself on P2. But the man who has just lost that position, Doom Vista, is on his outlap now, looking to get that time back in the first sector now. As we come up to the timeline, he is currently nearly 3 temps up there. He wants his P2 back desperately, but can he possibly push on for a pole here with that massive improvement on the time? Pick is surely going to be nervous at the moment when you see how quick this McLaren is currently going.
I saw the boss and Joe actually spun, so they kinda screwed their fastest lap.
Doom Vista backed out really much again around that corner. He's still 3 temps up on his time. He needs to get an extra 2 temps to get the pole around here. Will he be able to do it? It all comes down to the last chicane. How well can you get the rotation, the exit through? and around here he hits the first curve very well on the X curve, and he's very wide there on the track limits, but that could have also helped him quite a lot. Will he do it? Oh, he's got his P2 back, but it's not enough. But Lee Craig behind him, possibly they're getting the toe, as we can see on the screen now. He's gone quicker and managed to one-up him on those softs, but the problem that he's just done with himself and created a much larger issue for himself is those tyres went on 2 fast laps, so they must be worn and shredded quite a lot around Spain because of how heavy the tyre wear is and how much the life gets drained out of them. So Lee Craig, yes, he has gained an extra position, but that could really hurt him in the race with those tyres dying an extra lap or maybe 2 because of how quick the quali laps are before their life gets out of them.
Van Vortex finishing his final flying lap, and he's going into the last corner. He's actually improving quite a lot, so...
Van Vortex P4, and he's only just missing out on P3 there. Very unlucky for him. Anyway, congratulations to our pole sitter now, and it's official. Pick. He, with his very first lap of the session, managed to set a 1:17.015. So, you know, props to him. He could potentially have gone even quicker around here, but we'll have to see what the race pace is like with him being the only person who did retire in this session. Will that prove to be a problem within the race, and will he spin out again? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, different thing is to be on the great pace and to have a great consistency, so let's see, the race will be long. But as for Joe's strategy, it kinda backfired at him because he now needs to start on 3 laps worn softs, which will not be ideal.
So here are our time boards, with the top 4 being very squeezed together, only separated by less than 2/10. So this will be a very interesting race with our championship leaders down in 9th and 10th in Team Haas, but they also qualified on the soft tyre, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens around here.
Yeah, especially around Spain. This is one track where it's really like it can go directly in your way, and then at the next moment you're out of the race. So it will be really interesting, and let's hope that there will not be a lot of carnage, especially on the start.
Sorry, just a correction for myself there. I've just realised that Splats and Joe, after the last race, aren't the actual championship leaders. It is Van Vortex who's on top.
Yeah, he actually is leading the championship by not a lot, I think, around 2 or 3 points.
So he's 1 point ahead of Joe, who is the Toe 93, and then just 2 points behind Joe is Splat. So all it takes is one good finish for any of them. Well, it's one race win for any of them, and they will take the lead of the championship, with Quayle Don not too far behind.
Yeah, the division 3 this year or this season is really close, so we can expect a great battle to the end.
Definitely. But one interesting fact about the Haas, even though they are like really up there in the driver's standings, and also they are number 1 in constructors, Haas is yet to win a race.
Yeah, actually, they were really consistent, always at the top, but not on the highest position. They always pick the points when they are...
Yeah, so at the moment, Haas is leading the championship by miles, a whole 40-point gap to second, who is AlphaTauri, but they've finished in second place 4 times between the 2 drivers and finished in 3rd place once, so Haas is really out there.
Yeah, but like they had a lot of unlucky. Oh, Lee Craig actually left. Some connection issues. The guy
Let's
in
hope.
second place disconnected.
Let's hope they can get back in time for the start of this race, because you know we'd hate for people to lose out due to connectivity problems.
Yeah, Codemasters fix your game. Will be nice if you did. But yeah, really unlucky for him. Now, even if he joins, he will have or really worn out tires or just cold tires to start the race. And if he doesn't rejoins fast enough, he will actually be lost in maybe 2 laps already. But let's see, so on the pole position we have Pix, and behind him Lee Craig, who actually disconnected, so P2 will be gifted to Dom Twista. Then the championship leader, Fem Vortex, Af Martin, Skyripa, Asu the Boss, Cornel, Splat, The Tow, Moza, Casper, Doctil, Dan, Bixie, and Quick Killer.
So there's the cars line up now, ready to get away. I'm sure everyone really is hoping for a good start. I'm yet to know if Lee Craig is back in the session, so that could hurt him tremendously. But now, as the cars are all on the grid, I'm not too sure what happened with the leaderboards there, but here you go, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's lights out here in Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix. Lee Craig has got back in the session with the Red Bull killing that lead, going straight down the middle of the track, trying to hold it. We have a Mercedes of Fan Vortex there, who's managed to keep his position, but Sky the Ripper being the main person who's gained off that, going from P5, I believe, up into P3. Lee Craig is currently going very, very far down the order, now down in 12th because of that disconnection.
Yeah, and Spats had the incident in turn 2, which put him back in at the end of the field. So Pix is still leading. Dom Davista kept his, or actually gained a place to get into P2, and Sky Ripa actually P3. Really great start for him.
Yeah, he's gained 3 places there, so it's a brilliant start there from Sky Ripper, like going down, keeping it very nice and clean on the outside of turn 1, which we know Spain, it's like a very inside dominant track, keeping Fan Vortex behind him.
Yeah, and the biggest losers were of course Luke Rake, who actually disconnected, but I think he's back in the lobby now, and of course Splats, who had an incident in turn 2.
I was about to say, Lee Craig is still currently under AI control, I believe. As you can see, his car is ghosted, so it's very unfortunate there.
Yeah,
now we have
really
Doom Vista. Will he make a move in turn 1? No, he won't, but he'll be looking to stick with him for as long as possible, because as long as he can do that, then when the DRS zone opens, it will be very likely that a move will be on.
So I'm actually looking at pretty much everywhere. Everybody's close to each other, so... But I mostly would watch on Splats, because he showed that he had a great pace in practice, and now when he's back of the field, I think he's gonna make some great overtakes.
Yes, definitely. I say he's just looking to gain, but the problem with Spain, the dirty air is just so much and so hard to deal with around here. It's just, the cars are just being off-putting all the time. As Fan Vortex there, I believe, has spun out in the 3rd sector and come straight back across the track. That might not be good for him at all. But now
yeah,
Pick is...
It's not a problem. He was going and he spun again.
Oh.
Yeah, he really had a worn tires after that spin, and yeah, he like his race is now ruined pretty much.
I say it's one thing, a race can never be over, as I proved. I was in Fan Vortex's exact positions now in Division 2. I managed to pit for the hards as quick as I could, and then I went basically the whole lap from lap 4 till the end on those hard tyres, and I picked myself up P4, so only just off a podium. So if he can stick with that and maybe use my ideas, he could put himself back into those top 10.
Yeah, of course, especially if the stereo safety car is gonna really help him out, and we know he has a pace. He won multiple races in this division, so let's see what he can do. And Quanel, or no, also the boss already picked a penalty, which will not help him.
Not at all, but I mean, we're already seeing like a pack starting to form where it's the two leaders out in front with Pick X and Doom Vista, and then Sky the Reaper just behind them trying to catch up as much as he can. But then from Quayle the Don all the way back to Moss, I believe it is, they're just all so packed in together.
Yeah, I'm actually watching the same battle as you, and yeah, in the third sector they were completely bunched up. Like going pretty much side by side into the really narrow part of the circuit. And Quick Killer overtook Bixie on the main straight, even before the turn 1, so nicely done there.
You have ASA Boss there who's managed to get a move done, but they do bump their Quayle done. ASA Boss making contact, and Joe has gained off that, who's currently gained 2 positions straight up into P5 after these two bumping each other. Quayle done all the way down to 13th now.
Yeah, that was not really, how I would say, fair. It was really not clean driving there.
Now the pack is starting to separate, but Splats is right behind Casper in the DRS zone. Will he be able to do enough to gain? He tries to pull out, sees the move isn't on, which is the right decision. Oh, but the Ferrari there. Very early on the brakes, and Splats is really struggling here. With Dorsey Dan now coming into the fight, will he lose position?
Nah, he didn't struggle. He just got completely squeezed by Gaspard. He Gaspard first, I think, made a contact with Big C. He actually ran into him, and then Splats needed to avoid this, because if he will touch them, probably all of them would spin.
As you have our first people now going into the pits with AF Martins and Moss.
Yeah, and both of them, I think, had a damage, so they repaired their front wings. The same for Quanel, yeah, the guys who made the contact. And Lickard is actually back in, he's actually back, so he's actually fighting with Vortex.
So these are the two people who were like supposed to be within the top 4 fighting each other for the whole race, but they now find themselves in P11 and P12 fighting each other. So, you know, how times have changed, but you can never write them off.
Splat's going for a move on Casper.
And Casper has gave him the space there and concedes
nice
the
driving.
Position. As our race leader Pickaxe goes into the pits now and lets Doom Vista go ahead.
Pickaxe looks like he's going for aggressive 2-stop maybe, because like this is pretty early. Yeah, he's going on the state of medium, so 2-stop then. Let's see, maybe Doma Vista prefers 1-stop, and this
Joe
could actually
has
be...
also gone into the pits with Splats making a move on Bigsy with that DRS being so powerful, straight up the inside on the main straight, and claims it into turn 1. Very good driving there from Splats.
Yeah, I agree, like after the contact in turn 2, the lap 1, he's already 5. Yeah, some people pitted, but still, he's on a medium, so he has a lot more options. Yellow flag in sector 1, it is Ferrari of F Martins, he spun. But from what I can see, he did not collect any damage with it.
So now we have Pick X right behind his teammate Dulcie Dan. Will Dulcie let him go here? He's still fighting it, so there is no team games down at the Red Bull, but Pick X manages to claim that corner brilliantly on the braking. But will his teammate fighting back on the main straight?
I don't think that he will, because Pix is gonna only look forward, not backwards in this race. So he had already pitted, and he's just trying to pretty much, yeah, like he's going for a next victim, we could say.
But Casper is in
But
the slipstream of Bigsy, so I think he's going to hold on to this, and the very nearly there contact with Casper going early on the brake, but he spun, and Pick does collide with him there. Could this potentially hand the lead to Doom Vista after that collision there with Pickaxe and Casper? Very unfortunate there from Pickaxe, with Casper losing it on the outside. Oh, it's so unlucky.
yeah, that is the problem with two-stop strategy, because like you always get collecting traffic, and the Dom Davista really gained from that, because if he does one stop now, he will have a lot more bigger advantage before that like if that incident would not happen.
Pickaxe down the inside of his teammate yet again. We've seen this move before, and he manages to hold on to that position there.
And Joe going maybe for an overtake? No, he doesn't fancy it on hard tires. Another 3-second penalty. And Scaripa going into the pits.
Pickaxe on the main straight absolutely flies past Big C there to gain P5.
Yeah, but Big Z doesn't want to concede this position. No, now he has to. Yeah, but Pixie, he's really more aggressive. You can see from his lines, he's going for the win today.
Yes, he is quite far back, who I believe he is currently yet to pit. Let's have a quick look on the race director to see who has pitted and who hasn't. And Big Z is yet to pit, so he may be going for the race win, but he's going to really struggle to be keeping up with the pace of Pick X there.
Yeah, pit stop. Oh, yellow flag sector 2, and it is Quick Killer. He had a minor spin. Yeah, but like, if you pit stop around here is around, let's say, 24 to 26 seconds, and Pix is already within 18.5, yellow sector again, yeah, in sector 2, which is the Ferrari of Martins again. Not very, how would
Splats did make a mistake, and now Pick X has gone past him up the inside. Will Splats concede this position? I believe he will, down into turn 1 as he watches the Red Bull sail away, and he also picks up a 3-second penalty there, so it really is like double the trouble for him.
Yeah, it's not really great to get a penalty, especially if there is a late safety car. But Pix is on a run right now. He's gaining per 1.5 seconds per lap, I think, which is really quick. Yeah, but like one softs against the new mediums, you should expect that kind of a gap.
Yeah, I'm about to say, the only problem that he needs to watch out for here is how quick he's going to be burning through those medium tyres, because Spain and the tyre wear is so high. And remember how early Pick X did pit, so we definitely know he's going to have to go for a 2-stop, whereas Doom Vista, if he goes for the 1-stop onto the hard tyres, it really could backfire on Pick X doing all this pushing.
Yeah, it could, but like Doma Vista still going out like until the lap 10, and he still stayed out. Like, this is insane. Normally if you wanna do 1-stop from soft to hard, you go around lap 9, but he doesn't fancy it, looks like it.
All the cars are currently really spread out across the track. We have Casper, who might potentially make a move down on Joe, being on the medium tyres, and Joe is on the hards. He is in the DRS range. Will Casper make something happen here? Though Joe going really defensive there, up against the pit wall. Casper is gaining. Will he have enough space to make the move? No, he does not. With Fan Vortex going straight past. Oh, and there's a big battle going on here between Quelledon And he does claim that very good there, with ASA the boss being very far up the road where Lee Craig is fighting.
Yeah, and actually looking right now at the times, and I think that Splats is in pretty great position by like, of course he's in great position even after the lap which he had an incident in lap 1, and like he's in really great
Doomvista
position.
does pit, and it's for a set of hard, so he will be looking at that one stop definitely.
Domovista finally pitted.
Yeah, he's gone straight onto the hards. I believe he's going for the one stop here. He's going to make those last as long as he possibly can with 22 laps left.
Yeah, but is he gonna get in some traffic? Looks like.
Yes, he's already in the traffic there with Dorsey Dan being the teammate of Piquet, looking to hold up Doomvista here. Will he play the team game, or will he just let him go past on the next DRS straight? We'll have to find out.
Yeah, but Biggs actually got a 3-second time penalty, which can really hurt him. Yeah, but like he needed to push. He needs to push on this aggressive two-stop strategy.
I mean, but he is not pulling away from Splats, even though Splats is on the way older tyres. So did he push too hard and burn out his tyres too quick there?
Yeah, but like all Splats kinda had a moment. And Domovista may be going for overtake. Late movement.
Oh, he pulls that out very nicely down Dorsey down. The pressure of Doomvista proves too much for him. Very unlucky now as Doomvista is gaining on Sky Reaper. Will he be looking for a move? Not on this straight, but you'd think within the next 2 laps there is a move on the cars, most definitely.
Yeah, of course, like the field is really spread out now. Maybe just some of them are inside the
So we have
DRS.
Fan
Casper just missed
Vortex.
it.
We have Fan Vortex just behind him though. He is definitely looking for a move here up the inside of turn 1. Claims that position very strongly there. Holds on slightly wide, so Casper's coming back at him.
Yeah, and
And he's
Vortex
pulling
and
off.
the two actually together now, so this is gonna be spicy, especially because they are fighting for championship lead right now.
Yeah, this is currently our Championship 2 leaders, with Fan Vortex being on 83 points and Joe being on 82. So this battle could be key.
Yeah, but actually Vortex still needs to do another pit stop, while the toe, he went for hard, so he's feeling the pain now, but it's gonna pay off at the end, I think.
So Vortex looking for a move up the inside of Joe. I believe Joe just lets him go there, but he will get DRS on the main straight to come straight back at him. But just up the road, Doomvista and Sky Ripper, he will be within DRS on those hard tyres. Will he be looking at a move here, gaining on the Alpine very, very quickly? Moves to the inside. This is going to be the tightest battle yet, and he just nudges him out. And they both go wide, but Sky has spun it there, and he's gone into the wall, losing the wing. The McLaren yet again overtaking people, and then the pressure of him that he applies has just made the other person behind him just lose composure and spin out.
Yeah, I actually even watched that incident, but I don't know, maybe he was squeezed a little bit too much on the blue part of the curb.
Yeah, it was very, very tight with Doomvista being late on the brakes there. So Sky had to compromise the line that he wanted to take, and he just tried to get the car around the outside as much as he possibly could, being off the track, but yeah, he's
yellow
really
flag.
X is in the wall, Pig X is in the wall.
Oh, this really completely ruined his race, because now he needs to go on the hard. This will not be the strategy he wanted.
Some pickups, we spoke about this in qualifying. He also picks up a penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah, it's really hard to judge when you need to brake, especially with front wing damage. And now Fem Vortex suddenly at the end of lap 1 he was completely last, and look at him now, he's already in P3. But like we can see has. Did you say anything?
Yeah, he's currently gaining on Splats quite a lot, but Splats is yet to pit. So I believe, what will Splats do here at the moment? Currently being on the medium tyre, will he go onto the hards, or is he looking for a medium soft? What do you think?
Oh, it's actually hard. In position he is now in, like if he pits now, just like try to do some maths. 9 seconds plus 25 seconds, where would that put him?
I believe he'll be right the way down.
13, I think.
Yeah, right the way down there, because I know there is loads of different packs out there on the track.
Actually, it's hard. I don't know. Maybe wait for safety car and just hope. I don't like. It's hard to judge, but like if he can keep this medium stop at least for another 6 lap, I think it's the right way to go on soft.
And Piquet's retired there. I believe he lost it on the uphill section. Will there be a safety car here in Spain? I don't believe that there will, as the accident has been cleared on the track.
Oh yeah, that was really unlucky. His race really fell down apart. Like this is what we were talking about a little bit earlier. Yeah, on this track you never know until it doesn't end. It doesn't end.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because even in qualifying, when he did have a slight spin, like a bit of an accident, we said, is the racecraft going to be there when it matters? And as it has proved, he's currently the only car to DNF, and he was the only car to DNF in qualifying as well by putting it into the wall. So,
and we have another Ferrari spin out in third sector. Dr. Dan, oh no, Ferrari, sorry, Red Bulls. Red Bulls really don't have a great day today.
Yeah, currently being one car that has retired and another car all the way down in P14, miles behind the Ferrari.
But now with Doma Vista, there is no safety car. This race is completely his, but like maybe not, because we already saw, for example, Pix, who looked like he's really comfortable ahead and he just completely threw it away. I personally think that this is the worst thing it can happen to you during the race, to just lead in front with a big gap, because if your mind just slips away for a moment, it can lead up to a huge mistake, and it's really easy when you're driving alone.
Yeah, definitely. But doing this, I mean, this is the position that you want to be on. He's on like the freshest hard tyres at the moment in the lobby, doing such a big stint on the softs. He's miles ahead, so he does not have to pit again. The only thing that could possibly ruin his race is a safety car, or if he crashes out himself, which around Spain it's not completely unlikely, but he has been very solid going around at the moment, so you'd like to think he'll be able to keep hold of that and just keep on powering through.
Yeah, actually, let's take a look at the penalties. Doma Vista, he was completely clean the whole race. Splats has a little bit of penalties. 3 seconds, Vortex 3 seconds, Joe doesn't have any penalty. Asad the Boss has 6, then Lickrake he has 0, Quick Killer he has 0, Cornell has 6 seconds of penalties, then Moza 0. Big Z 0, and then all the drivers behind have a 3 seconds penalty, except for Dr. Dane, who has 5.
So just as we were speaking about all the penalties, Quayle Don had a little bit of a moment where he went on the grass on the back DRS straight, and he has slipped the position to Quick Killer, but then on the exit of the third sector, Moss had a little moment as well where he spun, and Dulcie Dan is currently a lap behind, but he's not giving up the position even though he's ghosted. He has finally gave it up and yielded to Moss there.
Yeah, and actually take a look at this now. Splats is actually gaining on the leader on these old mediums.
So maybe the leader is slightly backing out, just like prolonging the life of those tyres there, just trying to hold on to as much as possible because he knows that Splats have to pit. Well,
yeah, and the same for Vortex and Joe, and after the boss, everybody needs to pit pretty much again.
No, Joe, I believe Joe is the only car besides Doomfist that does not have to pit within that top 5.
Wait, yeah, he actually pitted on hard, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but ASA the boss is gaining on Joe, I believe, and Joe is dropping back from Fan Vortex, so could that potentially like be holding Joe up even more? You'd believe that Doom Vista now, he's just going to run away with this, like his lead's getting like cut down now, but Splats is surely going to have to pit soon, being on those mediums now for 18 laps, so...
Yeah, but we saw Doma Vista at the start of the race, and we need to take into consideration he has done how many, 1 or 2 laps on in the qualifying, so he actually did 12 to 13 laps on these softs, and if Splats pull that off, if he can go for 3 to 4 laps more on these mediums and pit for softs, he will be rapid at the end of the race.
So will Splats be looking to pull out a medium soft strategy, which will be very unique around here, with most drivers going on those hard tyres?
Yeah, and he would fight for fastest lap with probably Vortex. Vortex had a little bit of a moment going out of the last corner.
Lee Craig is right behind ASA the boss, and he will be in the DRS zone. Will there be a move here for the man in the Williams on his teammate? Yes, there will. Very easily, just soared past him there. And I believe the next one in his eyes will be Joe in the Haas. But Lee Craig will definitely have to pit on these soft tyres again, so we'll have to see what he has in him and what if he can gain his positions again.
Wait, Splats actually pitted?
Has Splats already pitted?
Yeah. Like, I'm looking at the strategies and
oh,
it
he's
shows
medium. Sorry about that, everybody.
That
we have no idea that, because I thought he had the little spin at the start, but... So, how old are Splats' tyres here? They are 4 laps old, so he must have gone in very recently. Very interesting there. And we completely missed it.
yeah, and the problem for him is actually he actually needs to use another compound. He went from medium to medium, so he needs to use or hard or soft.
That explains why he's gaining so much on Doom Vista. But the car behind him in Fan Vortex, he will also need to pit as well. If Lee Craig looking for a move on Joe now, and he goes up the inside of the main straight and finds himself up into P4.
But I still cannot believe how we could miss that one. Sorry, Splats, if you will rewatch that.
Joey's right behind the Williams of Lee Craig though, and I believe he's going to want this position back because ASA the boss behind them, he was right there, but I believe he must have had like a bit of an instant and he's dropped back quite a bit. And there is a safety car! Which this changes everything for the leaders. But the question is, will they pit? Is there enough time? This is a perfect chance for Splats to pit and put on a different compound of tyre. But Splats has got a drive-through penalty. He's speeding under the safety car, so this could potentially have ruined his race. What will Splats do now? With Doom Vista going into the pits, what compound tyre will they have ready for him? as he pulls in for a set of medium tyres to go for the end of the race. Fan Vortex doing the same thing with medium tyres as well. So this will be a straight scrap between the McLaren and the Mercedes. Lee Craig also up there now at the moment, where he will be dropping positions to many people. Joe coming into the pits on the hard as well. Pretty much every single person who's going past here is pitting, so the order should stay as it is.
Yeah, and everybody is going for mediums. Nobody prefer to go on softs.
Yeah, but the softs will struggle to last as long as well. It's literally everybody now, apart from Splats on that medium tire. But as we know, Splats has got that drive-through penalty.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it was a mistake that he didn't pit, because he needs to use another compound of tires. So he needs to do 2 stops in the race now. One for drive-through and one for changing tires.
It's really unfortunate for Splats.
Yeah, he really had a lot of unfortune in pretty much full season now.
But the question is now, the top 4 battle will really be on now, with Doom Vista and Fan Vortex being the ones with the most pace. But Lee Craig has proved that he has some mega pace behind in qualifying on P2. Unfortunately with the disconnect, but he's managed to get himself back up into the positions now. Joe right behind him, currently sitting second within the driver championship. Fan Vortex obviously being the leader of there, and he's a lot higher, so this is anyone's race to win at the moment. Now the podium could go multiple different ways.
Yeah, it can go really from back to the front. We don't know, maybe even, I don't know, the guy who is last can win the race.
As Splats does come in now.
Yeah. He probably knew that his race is ruined. That's why he didn't want to double stack with his teammate. And to give Joe a chance to get in front of some guys.
Yeah, Splats has just put on a set of hard tyres, so he will really be off the pace with those. Everyone behind the safety car at the moment now. We're right on board with Doom Vista when the race starts.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. But Fan Vortex, he really showed to us how this track can turn things around. He got good qualifying, good start, but at the end of the lap he spun, was last, and now he's already second, and he's fighting for a win again. So on this track everything can happen.
So guys, in the comment section, all 14 of you, can you please put in the comments who you think will win this race? It's literally anyone's game at the moment. Please let us know. 18 people in here now. Guys, get your comments in as quick as you can. I want to hear what you think.
If I would need to bet on somebody, I would actually say Dom Vista. He dominated the whole race today, and I don't know, maybe I will take a look.
I'm going to go for an interesting one with Lee Craig, because he proved that he is the quicker one in qualifying. And Quick Killer has put in the comments that he believes that Quick Killer will win this race. Currently in P5, also having a very quiet race, but managed to fight his way back up. I believe he qualified at the back of the grid there. So Quick Killer, props to you. You've managed to put together a brilliant race as it stands, gaining 10 positions. Will you get the race win? We'll have to find out.
Yeah, and I'm impressed with him. He actually didn't have a single warning. Meanwhile, Doma Vista has 1 and Lee Craig has 2. And safety car didn't come in this lap. It's surprising that Splats hasn't pitted on softs, but maybe he didn't have any press. No, he had to. He had to have some new fresh softs because he didn't use any in qualifying.
Sky Reaper in the comments has put in "I'm so stupid," and Pick has also put "me too." Guys, put in the comments. Let us know what happened with you both retiring there. the safety car will be in this lap. What will happen? Carnage will unfold most definitely. Sky has put in he was overtaking Bigsy on the straight. And Pickaxe says he got nervous and he touched the curb, and that's all it takes around here for your race to be all over. So it's so unfortunate there. Pickaxe looking like he was on course to win the race, but all it takes is one little curb, one little bump in the road, and that is it. Your race is over completely.
Yeah, I agree. It's really hard track to, I don't know, to be consistent at. But safety car is coming in this lap, and let's see what carnage this will bring us.
Pickaxe also saying this is his second league race ever, so props to you for showing the pace. But yeah, as we said before, all it takes is maybe just that little bit of experience more. No, my first few league races, my first one at DNF 2 laps in, so you did better than me already. All you need to do is just keep on going at it, and the racecraft will come to you, and that is when you can keep on pushing on and going as hard as you can.
And now Domavista trying to hold up a field to, I don't know, get a cheeky restart.
So he will be wanting to go very quickly, and now he came straight, got a little bit of a gap there to Fan Vortex. Lee Craig will be looking at a move, gaining very quickly on Fan Vortex now. Has he got enough in the car? I don't believe he does, with everyone following in very closely. And I don't believe anyone has overtaken anyone whatsoever there. So the order staying as it is down that long main straight. ASA the boss picking up a 3-second penalty, another one on top of what he already has there. Oh, Lee Craig has gone in. It's a retirement. Will this pull out a safety car again? That was a massive shunt into the wall there by Lee Craig.
Yeah, and I don't know, was this maybe commentator's curse?
Yes, it might be, because I had this guy propping to push on for the win. He managed to put it straight into the wall. So unfortunate there.
Yeah, and this really put Joe offline, and he lost the position. But the leaders are pulling away. Fan Vortex is still staying in the DRS of Domavista.
So Quick will be wanting to get into that DRS as well, but he's going to be outside of it. DRS is not yet enabled in this lap.
It's gonna be enabled next lap, and we may see. And Splash is going to start his drive-through now.
Unfortunate there from the German. There'll be many, yet again, angry German noises in the Haas. It feels like I'm repeating myself every week down at Haas. But we do have one driver who potentially still could win as long as he gets it all together.
And this is Joe, the known from the game.
Pick has now put in the comments, Doomed, he wants you to win this race for him. So Doomed, if you're listening, you know what to do. Keep it together as hard as you can, which I believe he will do.
Oh, Joe fell out of the race of Quick Killer.
But Quick Killer is gaining on the top two.
Quick Killer is insanely quick after the restart. Actually, it looks like he has better pace than Don Mavista's yellow flags in Sector 3.
I believe it is the Ferrari of AF Martins there who did have a little bit of a moment. And Quick Killer drops back quite a lot there. DRS is not yet enabled as it just comes online now. So on that back straight, will there be a few moves that are taking place?
And Quick Killer with fastest lap now. He's really showing his pace off now.
Yeah, but I see he just kept it in the locker the whole time, but he has dropped out of DRS range with Fan Vortex, so he'll be wanting to close that gap as he does come back now around the long right-hander. Joe is dropping off quite a lot from these top three.
Yeah, it's not looking like he has the pace to catch up.
So Fan Vortex now right behind Doom Vista. Will there be a move on the back straight? He will have DRS in his back pocket, activating ERS now as he comes around the corner. Quayla done there with a 3-second penalty. Fan Vortex gaining a lot, but it's not quite enough. He will want to get that going again down the main straight.
Quick killer.
And Doom to have a little moment there where he's like, the steering's gone him, he's nearly lost the car, managed to hold it together, but this has put Fan Vortex right behind him as they enter the final chicane. The move most definitely will be on now. Doom slightly getting in the way, but Fan Vortex now with the DRS closing in. With only 6 laps remaining of the Spanish Grand Prix, will he get the move down the inside? It's going to be very tight. Fan Vortex, and Doom comes back and manages to pull away. Oh my God! Fan Vortex did not get the elbows fully out now as he has gone off the track. And all this has allowed Quick Killer to gain even more time.
Dylan, this is Toto. Please calm down.
Joey, I cannot calm down because this is brilliant racing. So I'm completely ignoring team orders now and focusing on the race as Fan Vortex is coming back up the back straight. Will he get a move down here? There's not going to be enough space, but he will close the gap yet again. Joey, I know you've been watching this race. What do you think of it so far?
Actually, I didn't watch. I'm so sorry, mate. I wished I was watching, but I didn't. And I'm sorry for that. I apologize with all my heart.
Anyway,
oh my God.
Thank you for that analysis there by Joey. But now we have Doom trying to defend against Fan Vortex for the same move yet again down the inside. This time Fan Vortex really gets the elbows out and stays in front of the McLaren, but the McLaren coming back up the inside of the 3rd corner, and he's managed to keep the lead yet again, but they're wheel to wheel now fighting around the outside. The McLaren is still in front of the Mercedes.
And there is really allowed Quick Killer to catch up, and look at the RS. Like the front 2 guys doesn't have anymore. Like they have a little bit of it, but not as much as Quick Killer.
And Quick Killer might be getting a move on Fan Vortex here with the DRS activated. Looks down the inside, but it's not on. Fan Vortex runs really wide there, but Quick Killer just keeps it all together, very calm and relaxed, just saving the tyres, saving the battery, looking for his moment to pounce. As we are on the main straight yet again, riding now on board with Fan Vortex, who's been trying to get the same move done over and over again. Will this be the time where the move gets completed? Going down the inside of the McLaren again, late on the brakes, goes in front, but the McLaren fights back yet again and keeps his position into that turn 3.
Yeah, but from my perspective, I can see this only by destroying the races. Quick Killer now has a lot more RS. He can probably overtake both of them in one straight.
So we'll have to find out what will happen, as there now are only 4 laps remaining. Fan Vortex, as we know, has the 3-second penalty, so he potentially will not be in for the race win at all, because he'll need to bridge that gap even more. With Quick Killer now coming up on the inside, and he's not going to be able to get that move done yet again. But you'd think that, oh, Quick Killer has a slight moment there, and he's going to drop off ERS. Quick Killer there, slightly overdone the tyres. We were saying this guy could like join in with his top 2 fight, but he's had a moment, and will that force his race to potentially be slightly ruined now? Up to that point, he was looking really strong. Fan Vortex down the main straight on Doom Vista yet again for the 5th lap in a row, it feels like. Will he get the move done this time? Doom Vista up the inside yet again of that second turn, but that's a slight moment, nearly loses it there, and the Mercedes just falls in behind. Quickly now falling off massively. Mercedes, and it's not quite on yet again, but he has the better traction, and the McLaren weaving quite a lot there, nearly making contact. But this is brilliant defensive driving from Doom Vista. Madge, who do you think's gonna win? Like,
I cannot predict that. Actually, for now, Doma Vista is probably in the best position. He doesn't have a penalty, and he's currently out of quick killers DRS. So, Fem Vortex's penalty is really hurting him right now. So.
But all it takes is these two that have been going at it, making that lunge down the first corner. If they come together one time, which it will definitely happen again, we're battling into the first corner on this lap. This time Van Vortex is a lot closer.
And Quick Killer also caught up back in DRS.
This time goes around the outside, and I believe he's got enough to keep his car in the lead now. Going around turn 2, and the McLaren is behind him. Sector 3 there, Casper and the Ferrari does spin it, unfortunately for him.
And Joe is really keeping up in 4th place. Nobody is able to overtake him.
Yeah, but even if people do overtake him, Joe is one of the only people who does not have a penalty in that battle that's going on there. So I believe even if someone does get a run on him, he'll keep that position. As Doom Vista coming back at Fan Vortex there, not using the ERS, just using the DRS to get close.
Joe is sleepy. Okay, but Fan Vortex is already on 2 extra warnings after his penalty. Doma Vista has only 1 and Quick Killer doesn't have any, so maybe Vortex can get 6 seconds. Yeah, but would not really matter right now.
Fan Vortex getting the fastest lap of the race there. Doom Vista coming straight back at him, switches it down the inside as they're very close and they make contact! But it's very minimal contact there, and they both managed to keep it on the track, and Quick Killer has lost it! Lap 32 there, and Quick Killer's lost it. The two race with current leaders collide, but no serious harm that has been done. Quick Killer keeping out the way of everybody else. Good sportsmanship there, but so unfortunate for him. Quayla Don has got a move done on Joe the Toe, but will Joe manage to... Sorry about that, guy. I've just been a bit distracted because I don't know if you can hear this, but there is a sleeping Joey in the commentary box. So
no, I'm not sleeping. I'm enjoying your fucking commentating.
So Joey is alive after all, despite everyone's doubts. So then, Doom Vista keeping the lead now, coming around. Pickaxe is loving the sleeping Joey.
Going into the final lap actually. Is this going to be
over? We don't care.
So we have Fan Vortex are looking for a move down the inside with Doom Vista. It was not on. Doom Vista keeping his hands firmly on the lead of this race. We believe he's going to take it home now and stay with any collisions that happen. Oh, but is my commentary let us know in the comments, is my commentary really this bad that it's sending you to sleep? But we'll have to find out at the end of the race now.
Yeah, Doma Vista pretty much won this race now. He
does go wide, but does not pick up any form of penalty.
Joy, stop! You sleep after.
You should have sent me a better laptop.
So now we have Doom Vista coming out. Oh, and we have retirement of Ferrari AF Martin going off the track. So unfortunate, we're up in P7. He has lost that. But we have Doom Vista across the line to win in Spain and claim his first victory in this championship there. Very good race from Doom Vista. Pix very happy with that, putting GG's in the chat to him, as this is who Pix wanted to win after his unfortunate DNF where he put it in the wall after leading so much of the race and looking like a favourite to push on. Fan Vortex coming in second there. Unfortunately, with the penalties, even if he got past Doom Vista, it would have been very, very hard for him to hold on to that victory. The Toe picking up an unlikely podium there for Haas, but from where they started, it's very good finish, with the other Haas finishing down in P12 with the DNF. So Fan Vortex is now holds his grasp on the Drivers' Championship there.
Yeah, and Splats looks like he's fading away in this championship. Like, his misfortune in the last few races really fucks him over.
And we have good sportsmanship there in the Twitch chat with Doom Vista putting in pics. That was for you, mate. Very nice to see there. And now we'll pass you over to a man who knew everything that went on in this race. It is Joe. Joey, what do you think of this then?
Me?
No, Joey De Bum.
No, just us, Joe.
Joey De Bum. He's our Karoon of our Sky Racing. Joey De Bum there with a brilliant race analogy. Who managed
So,
to...
Joe De Bum first. Someone else second. Someone else third. Let's go.
So we have a brilliant race analogy. That will wrap up everything here with our podiums being Doom Vista putting a brilliant race, Fan Vortex and Joe the Toe.
We still need to decide on our driver of the day.
How the fuck did I manage that after that shit qualifying?
Right then, so for me the driver of the day is Doom Vista.
Yeah, of course. We need to go with him. It was a perfect quali, it was a perfect race. He didn't make a single mistake. Doma Vista is our driver of the day.
Neither did I.
No.
Shut the fuck up.
No.
You
get nothing.
Thank you so much.
Joe, I was spectating you like for a little bit and it managed to send Joey to sleep, so...
It was, I hate Spain. I'm not competitive around here. My only hope was keeping it clean, avoiding penalties.
It's 3 million finished.
Right, anyway, we will be back next week in Belgium. Madge, is there anything you'd like to say to wrap this up?
Pretty much nothing. You pretty much went through all.
Alright then, so it's been a brilliant race from Doom Vista, claiming his first victory of this championship. For me, Dylan, it's goodbye. And Madge, was there anything else you'd like to say? Just to say goodbye to our guests.
Bonjour.
Pretty much nothing, and looking forward to race Belgium next week. I expect a lot more, not a lot more interesting race, but great race.
Okay, it's goodbye from me. It's good night to Joey De Bum, who will now have a nap in peace. Take care everybody, and goodbye.